Hope you enjoy it. That's what this asking my latest review and the last video episode of season 2 of Attack on Titan, entitled Scream. This is the final episode of season 2. Oh, I'm sorry it took me so long to get to this. All the hype that was around it. But I'm finally getting down to the episode. What do I think of it? This was by far gotta be the best. Definitely the best because everything I was picking up from season 2 all the way picked up to this moment. Everything that was happening, the current continuity, everything that was picking up from the beginning minute to end, and also a near side into the future. This was by far probably the best episode they did. And how they did it, the animation was great. Anyway, let's get started. The episode starts off with Eren flashing back to his mother. His mother telling him that Eren, calm down, that you're a man, and so show some restraint, but also to look out for Mikasa. It also goes to see the scene where Eren's mother is devoured by the Smiling Titan, right? To which, of course, is how this whole thing got started in the first place. How the whole field, everybody's like trying to understand what's going on. This is literally a melee battle. Everybody's trying to survive. Right now, the Scout Regiment getting eaten right now, right in front of Titans right at. And everybody's trying to make their way through. Right now, this is literally a nightmare situation that they're going to. A literal nightmare. And the Smiling Titan is right there in front of Eren and Mikasa's eyes. The same Titan that really that took Eren's mother from him and shook his world forever. Seeing the situation as it is now this is definitely a hard knock battle because right now they're at the edge of Titan territory. Right now they're desperate and they're really on a losing edge right now. Now they're trying to make their way to survive. The Scout Regiment trying to hold on. Perry got devoured. Arwen has lost an arm. And still trying to be as badass as possible. Trying to fight. And he's still putting his men's lives on the line. Remember, he wants to make sure that Eren is not taken away because without him and his power, they won't be able to take back Walmaria, and he's the edge they need in this war. Which kind of paints up a lot. Now, seeing the situation as it is right now, it's a very tough road ahead. As they're going through this melee battle. Jean, Han, and Ymir trying to survive. Han is literally trying to be all heroic and taking on the Smiling Titan by himself, saying, "It's me. I'm a avenge your mother by killing in this thing right now." And Han puts up a pretty good fight. Trying to battle his way, single-handedly against the Smiling Titan. And it's a pretty grim, pretty good battle a little bit. Seeing the situation, Ymir is trying to wait to what to do because right now she's literally at her wit's end. Right now, driven into a corner because she doesn't know what to do, especially because she plays Aaron Smith. He brought all this upon them. And they were on the edge of leaving, and she doesn't know what to do, whether to count on Reiner or Bertolt right now, because right now surrounded by so many Titans, or just survive with the Soviet Corps, just leave with them. She doesn't know whether to trust them or not right now, because they're at a desperate situation, which calls for it. We get to see that Historia, Krista, she still wants to be by Ymir's side. She even texts Connie saying that my name is Historia, not Krista. She even tells Ymir that you said once that you should not live for others, to live for yourself, saying that and when I'm with you, no matter how screwed up it gets, that I am not afraid. Like saying that I will face this danger head on and I will face this danger with you. I really like how they handle the dynamic, especially when it came to Krista, in her ODM gear, just literally dancing in the air, kicking out these Titans. And the music was called Barricade, That was one of the promo songs they did when they were promoting season 2, like a couple months back, I really enjoyed that. And that, that was pretty good, how they handled the situation, Now seeing Hannes, Hannes trying to take on the Smiling Titan. Everybody's trying to find a way. John is down right now, and they're having Titan thrown at him, this is a really hard situation for them to face, They're desperate. And Eren asking Mikasa to untie him because he wants to kill this Titan himself. The Titan that took his mother and shook his world. He wants to get revenge with his bare hands, He gets on her. He tries to transform, but to no avail. Like he tries his hardest. This while everybody else is trying to find their way to survive, heads are being ripped off. How scout people are dying right now. No, oh no, it's just like a desperate situation. Seeing this, as you know, and John and Hollis, he gives a good fight, but he's eventually captured and immobilized by the Smiling Titan. And the way they did it, it's got they used the same shot as his mother a little bit as being devoured, and they did it with Hollis. Ymir trying desperately to transform, biting hands, literally ripping the flesh from his hands, you know. But unfortunately, it's no avail, you know. Hannes, you know, dies right then and there, is devoured, his eyes closing. Eren and Mikasa in shock, losing another the people that they knew from their old life, you know. No, it's the same monster that destroyed their lives before, you know. Which is pretty shocking when you think about it, you know. Eren is in shock. He falls to his arms and his tears, saying, hey, laughing, tearing up. I'm saying you're useless. No matter how long it's been, you're still so useless, you know. Saying that, like his mind is literally feeling all kinds of pain and despair right now because he wasn't able to save his mother. He wasn't able to save Hannes. He has this power, but yet it couldn't be helped, which really shook his world. However, just when he starts to lose hope, it's Mikasa who tells him that there is hope. If I were to compare this to any moment, it's kind of like that moment, like where way back in the series in Naruto Shippuden, way back during the fourth grade ninja war, where Obito and Madara summoned the tails together, and after they killed Neji and all that stuff, and he was losing hope. It was Hinata who raised her hand to support Naruto at that very moment, you know, which it's kind of similar to the same thing, saying that you were always by my side, and you were the one who gave me this scarf. You wrapped this scarf around my. I thank you, like literally telling her that I was always by your side, and you would always be by my side, like literally saying not to give up, that there is hope in the universe, saying that even though all these people are dying right now in pain and in this very moment, this dark moment of despair, there's still people who are still someone who cares for you and is by your side, and that being Mikasa. Even though Eren is tearing up, seeing all this pain, she's still, and he knows that she's right, you know. Her tearing up, blushing, and like she's willing to give her life for him, you know, and she's becoming the shoulder that he should lean on her. And I think Eren realized this, you know. It looks like she was about to go in for a bit of a kiss, you know, all sweet and stuff, right in this moment. But Eren standing up, saying, "Hey, it's true that I will have that cloth around your neck, over and over again, like from now to forever, wherever you want." Literally raising his fist with his hands fully healed, punching the Smiling Titan. Of course, it blocks it with his hand. And at that moment, there's this sudden jolt. Everybody starts to feel it. Bertolt, Reiner, Ymir, they all feel it. As everything starts to become silent and the music starts playing, and Eren's Titan starts to move. Right, the one that was right behind them looked like it was about to devour them. It comes lunging right at the Smiling Titan with Eren clenching his fist in anger. Screaming his head off, you know, and Eren just controlled the Titans right now. It's called coordination, and I've read the manga. I know what's going to happen next. You know, I've seen this before. Eren unleashing his power to control the Titan in his pure anger. All the Titans swooping in and destroying the object of his anger, the Smiling Titan. Just literally ripping it apart. He takes his chance, opportunity, and takes Mikasa with him. You know. All the Titans moving in, and they're destroying, literally leaving nothing left of the Smiling Titan, and just nothing but chunks and pieces. It's pretty graphic when you think about it. And seeing the situation as it is now, you know, Reiner realizes that this is the work for a moment, that the power of coordination has fallen to the hands of the worst person imaginable. That being Eren, that being him, this power, the power to control Titans, person who's literally hates Titans to his very core, has the power to control them, make him do whatever he wants, you know. Now he sees them coming and he says, "Get away from me, hey you bastards! kill you all. The Titans all react with their glowing eyes, right in the distance. It's really graphic. The way they handled it, the animation and the music, I really enjoyed how they did it, how they did that scene, with Eren and controlling the Titans. Everything's going crazy at this moment, Ymir even realizes that this is what Reiner was after. This is what Reiner Bertolt wanted Eren for, because he had this power, but he didn't tell them the specifics. Of course, he had to keep it a secret because he couldn't let them know what was going on. Saying if that's true, then there's a chance there's a future inside the walls. Ymir sees his opportunity, she tries to go with Krista and the others. However, she knows she can't, just leave Reiner Bertolt behind after what she did to them, still feeling guilty for the fact that she was the one who devoured their friend, She leaves Historia behind, and saying, I'm sorry, which is bidding a final farewell, and choosing to save Reiner Bertolt. She knows that she can't just leave them empty-handed, because if they go back, it may lead to some problems down the line for them. But she knows that Krista, if she stays with Eren and the others, that there's maybe a chance she can live through this nightmare. And she'll be able to understand this. Everybody makes a full retreat, This was a very good, remember, the way they explained it. And this is going to be a long video, so stay tuned. I'm going to sit tight especially for spoilers if you guys have not watched the episode, because there's already spoilers. For me, this was a good episode because everything was canon to the main story. But when they added that tidbit, Hannes dying, Eren controlling the Titan, about Eren's mother saying, you should be you're a man now, you should show restraint, but you also should be there for Mikasa. That was his moment to protect Mikasa. And even, Mikasa gave her all for Eren. Right now she's wounded. She knows that he can't just sit down complaining, doing nothing, when people are dying, wasting their lives for him, This is his moment. This is his moment to shine, and he shined right through that darkness, that pain, that despair, and used his power to control the Titans. And it's the same way the Beast Titan did it, coordination, As the story continues, he continues. The Scout Regiment all retreat back, suffering heavy casualties. Ymir here, Bertolt and Reiner, they're all sitting on top of the walls, telling them, asking them, why did you do it? They say, I guess I'm an idiot, and plus, I know you can't go empty-handed, and I owe you for what I took for you. Saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Her words saying, it was fun being a goddess for a while. If you guys watched the episode about her past a couple episodes back. I read the manga, I know the story. Seeing the situation as it is, Ymir, chose to make the ultimate sacrifice, but she did it to protect the person she loved, which is Historia. Meanwhile, back in Strauss district, humanity is trying to recover because they thought Wall Rose was breached. Apparently they survived by sitting down in the underground city beneath Rosina. If you guys have never heard of the underground city, you guys should really watch. The No Regrets, The Birth of Levi. That was a pretty good OVA. If you guys want to know the history of Levi and how he got with the Survey Corps, that's probably the best way you should probably do it. For me, that was a nice callback for me because I watched that OVA and it was probably the greatest they did. Because we had to see Levi's history, how he became a member of the Scouts, how he met Armin Smith, which is pretty dandy, but it's also pretty dark, and Attack on Titan can get pretty dark. Everybody's trying to recover what happened. Pixis, we get to see Pixis with Armin and Levi. There's a meeting between Hanji and Connie. They get to find out the details of what happened at Rakanoro Village. What was going on. Eren and John, Mikasa, and Armin to discuss what happened, and they find that everything that happened was because of Eren. And because of Eren, it was just a theory. They don't have proof, but because Eren really hit, all the Titans ignored them, and they went for Reiner and Bertolt. So basically, Eren does have this power. It's only a theory. However, I like how Jean stepped up. Jean that all those people sacrificed their lives to save you. It means that you are worth it. And are you gonna do something to make the? Are you gonna do something to make yourself worthy of that sacrifice? Say, yeah, that I have this power. I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna capture Ryan and make him pay. And then there was that bit later. When they realized that the people around the co-village were Titans. That the real identity of Titans is humans. It's just another theory, but they're getting closer to the truth. I read the manga. I know the detail of what's going on. I know what's going to happen, and it's a pretty and the way they're handling the story. They're trying to smooth things out. Not trying to reveal too many things at once. That's probably one of the reasons why we got 12 episodes. Another reason is because of budget issues. At least that's the word. Or that's how edgewise. Seeing how they did it, how they how they did it. It was a pretty good job. Cardi is heartbroken. The fact that his family we were destroyed and his whole village with his Titans. But he's known that he has to keep moving forward. Otherwise, he has to end this. Yes. And then there was that smile from Arwen. Arwen Smith. Smiling, like asking what the hell are you smiling about? That's creepy. Because he knows how creepy that is. Hey, that we got first say nothing. It's just that we got one step and like one step to what? Levi asked. One step closer to the truth wall of the truth. That we will eventually break down that wall. Like they're getting closer to the truth. They suffered several casualties. They now know what they're dealing with now. At least got a more broader perspective. They're still the Beast Titan. That end shot where everybody and all the scouts are on the walls preparing, and we get to see the horizon on it full of Titans roaming. Titans, everybody see. We can see Hanji, Armin, Mikasa, Eren, everybody getting ready for what's come next. All the scouts, and seeing on the a man on the wall, that giant beast Titan standing on the wall. And on top there's a man with glasses and long hair and little short pretty hair. Say, oh, not yet, huh? Like, this is all looming to the future. And the way they showed the Beast Titans, like, human form, it's the same way they did it way back, when they first revealed his human form. Because the Beast Titan was unnamed Mysterious for the first several chapters of his debut. It wasn't until much later down the line, like, after they were dealing with, the whole with the next big arc that's going to be about humanity fighting humanity. That's what's going to happen next in the manga. And it's a pretty good detail with how they did it. Overall, I give this an A+ because they handled it beautifully. The animation, the music, the choreography, and this is just the first 12 episodes. Now, season 3 is already confirmed for next year. I hope they don't give us another freaking delay. Please, no more delays. That's just, because we waited like 4 years for this. It's just no more delays. We waited like a couple years for this stuff, and we had 3 different delays, and Funimation released this mini clip, on what was going to be on what season 3 is going to look like. It's like it's not even 30 seconds, just a small mini clip on what season 3 is like. But when I feel it looks like they're going to follow the storyline. Like, make it clear canon, which I hope they do, because this was a good story, and I don't want, and it would be really shitty if they were to mess it up by introducing stuff that wasn't part of the main story that could be just confusing to people. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the subscribe. Thank you. I'm sorry if I ranted on too long, but this was a good episode. I loved it, and I gave it an A+ because that was the truth. And the way they handled it, the mystique, the emotion, all the episodes were great. I loved it. And I will gladly watch it again if I had to. And I watched this episode like several times just to get it right. Alright, anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thank you. This is Alex gave an interview on Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 12, Scream. See you guys next time. I'm out. Bye.